All right, we're back. Wow, that was a very, very epic passage of time we just had there.
Yes.
Um, so now we'll just talk a bit about Raw. I actually missed most of the show, so you can fill in,
Alright.
recap a bit for us.
I missed the first 10 minutes, but when I walked in, it was Laurinaitis talking with the champions, both Punk and Bryan, and Sheamus came out to be I won! Ha ha
To be
ha!
Sheamus came out to be the Royal Rumble winner.
And Punk and Bryan were just sitting there while Sheamus basically told Laurinaitis he hopes he gets fired. Other than that, Laurinaitis set up a match between Punk and Bryan, which we'll get to later.
Yeah,
Because I don't know. Did that one happen right away?
I don't know. Like I said, I missed about everything but about the last 45 minutes of the show.
So
I was walking.
Actually, I do believe that one was directly next, and it was a good match. Had a lot of good spots you'd expect from Punk and Bryan, who know how to work with each other. But it ended in disqualification due to Jericho coming in, taking Daniel Bryan and shoving him into the barricade, then running in and giving Codebreaker to Punk.
Yeah, so let's talk about this for a second. So I guess this is kind of their saving throw for having Jericho not win the Rumble.
Now he's just going to be
he's just going to go and just directly go after Punk right now because I think it's going to be Jericho Punk at WrestleMania. I think that's pretty much where I thought they were going, and ultimately it looks like where they actually are going to be going. There was a while where I thought they might switch it up a bit with how they seem like they're also building towards Triple H Undertaker. And I thought they might try and do a switch up there and do Punk Triple H versus Jericho and then do Jericho and Taker. But I don't think it's going to happen anymore. I think it's pretty clear that both those matches are going to go forward as planned. Even though they're trying to make it seem like Triple H Undertaker is not going to happen, it's going to happen. But yeah, so with Jericho coming after Punk, pretty sure they're going to have the right at WrestleMania, which raises my question about the Elimination Chamber. Jericho's in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that, if Jericho's whole thing is, pretty much what they're going to go with this, I'm pretty sure, because Jericho, in his previous run, would always mention that he's the best in the world at what he does. CM Punk
is the best in the world.
Best in the world.
Which he made very clear when he was beating the crap out of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. So I think that's where they're really going to go with it. Now, if they're going to go with that angle, if Jericho loses in the chamber, I feel like he loses a lot of claim that he's best in the world to get against Punk. So, I guess I'm getting at is, does Jericho win the WWE Championship in the chamber essentially by default? Or as a war to make sure that the feud is actually what they want it to be?
Yeah, no idea what they're doing with this, but
I would say that Jericho almost has to win the chamber.
Yeah, he either has to win,
or that should be some kind of controversy at the end.
Yeah.
Because if Punk GTS's Jericho in the chamber and 1, 2, 3 pins him, I don't know how much of a at WrestleMania that would really compel people to want to see. I mean, obviously, I think the match would be great. They gave him a singles match with 15, 18 minutes to work, but I just don't know storyline wise. Like, I'm the best in the world, and I already beat you. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think Jericho is probably my favorite to win the chamber at the moment, but we'll talk more about Chamber when we get more closer to it, and we'll definitely have some Chamber videos when we're at the Chamber.
Yes.
That'll be a fun review to make. So, I don't know. Okay, I'll get going off topic. So, yeah, so there we go. I guess the other big thing to talk about is, well, couple big things. We'll kind of skip around Raw, hit the big points. The other thing I want to talk about is, okay, first of all, Cena and Kane. Cena completely comes out and wrecks Kane.
Yeah, just flat out. After a diva match for no apparent reason.
Beth Phoenix had to defend the title at some point.
Yeah, and then Eve gets targeted by Kane because, well, Zach's no longer there, so Kane needs to do something to rile up, Cena's little jimmies, and Cena comes out, just obliterates Kane using the steps. Was going to put him through a table. It's everything, and smile on his face the entire time. He was enjoying it. So the big question is he embracing the hate?
I don't know. I think that it's a step in the right direction. At first, the fact that Kane kind of had to ran tail at the end of it, at first I kind of sat there and like, I don't, Kane running like that. But then again, if Cena completely lays out Kane, where do you go to build from that? Because they're going to have a match at Elimination Chamber. I'm pretty positive of that. Yeah. Probably some stipulation. Probably. I think they're probably going to go last man standing there.
Yeah.
But
another thing is also Kane's been playing mind games, so this could add to the mind games.
Yeah.
Since he escapes, fight on a day.
Yeah.
And so Cena is currently victorious over Kane, but as only on the physical front is Kane getting to Cena. Kane also made a specific mention that if he does not embrace the hate, he cannot beat Kane, nor can he beat The Rock. So they're going to try and tie this whole embracing the hate to WrestleMania.
I think they're tying everything to WrestleMania at this point.
Well, obviously, but it's I don't know if this is as much time filler anymore as it is. Well, they kind of need to do something while Rock's making movies, and they need someone to rile up Cena to stoke the feud. So
they need to do something, and I guess it's part filler, part trying to make up a storyline that they can follow with Cena to go forward with a bit once they get to The Rock. And, excuse me, that was really itchy, but that he can go forward with his feud with The Rock, but something they can build without having The Rock there. It's working, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely interested where they're going with it. So there you go. It's working, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is important. Kofi Kingston beat The Miz clean.
Yes, Kofi versus Miz. Great match. Kofi gets a clean win.
He needs some more of those.
And I really think they're going to push him again. Give him a good run, probably towards the title, the U.S. title. I don't think they're going to try and main event him yet. He's in the chamber.
Here's the thing. He's in the chamber because they needed someone to kind of fill that sixth spot.
Yeah.
And Kofi will at least give a couple good spots.
Yeah, Kofi will always at least make something entertaining.
I expect him to do something off the top of the pod.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the entire reason why I really hope Justin Gabriel is in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Even though it would be completely out of nowhere and for no reason. The only thing I would love to see is I want to see a 450 splash off the top of the pod. I'm selfish. Just give me Justin Gabriel in there just to see that. But yeah, I don't know with Kofi. I'd like to think that they'll push him again. They are bringing Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania this year, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
So that's a thought. Maybe Kofi Kingston might win Money in the Bank, and then they can have him sit on the briefcase for
a year,
as long as they need to make till they feel they can pull the trigger on him. Yeah. So we'll see where they go with Kofi. I'd say with the way things are, with Morrison gone and Bourne currently suspended and possibly in rehab, Kofi is pretty much the premier
high flyer.
The premier high flyer flippy shit stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
Kofi.
We do love that. Let's see, anything else? I think we can move right to the big thing at the end of the night.
Big part of the night.
Triple H returns to have a sit down with in ring discussion with John Laurinaitis about his future. build it up where looks like they're going to fire Johnny
Ace.
Ace, which he's building up to it. About to fire Johnny Ace, and The Undertaker shows up. I was not expecting The Undertaker. In retrospect, having watched the segment back, they had the red herrings in there where Triple H was repeatedly talking about how John Laurinaitis needs to be how Vince was removed because he let personal things affect his decision making. H was removed because he let personal things affect his decision making. Johnny Ace, you need to be removed because you're letting personal things affect your decision making. And H kept going, I can come back anytime because I have all of my business taken care of. Everything is in order for me. No outstanding issues with anyone. All is great. And then, of course, The Undertaker shows up.
Yay!
So, immediately, Taker now has unfinished business. So, he can't fire Johnny Ace yet. So, I think this is how they'll keep Johnny Ace, at least, as general manager through WrestleMania.
Well, at least for a little bit, yeah.
At least for a bit more.
Until they figure out what they finally make Foley the general manager.
I hope they do that. I love Foley anytime he can do anything where he's playing an authority figure. So, Undertaker's back, which seems like the obvious setup is Undertaker versus Triple H at Mania.
Because this is one of the first times Taker has called his opponent at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was a complete role reversal from last year.
Where Triple H came out and challenged Taker. Now Taker comes out and challenges H. Which I think is weird.
I think there's a reason why I think they're going with Undertaker challenging Triple H, and I could see where they might be going with this.
Yeah.
Triple H earlier at the Slammies mentioned that, and he said, "I beat the streak," which I don't understand why I said that, but his reasoning is he was the first man to ever make the Undertaker unable to leave the ring under his own power at WrestleMania. So essentially, Triple H barely beat the Undertaker. Now, I guess where I could see them going with this would be, I would say if they go with this build, I would have to assume it would be Undertaker's last match. Where he could go it, and the angle they could go with this, I guess, could be Taker doesn't have much time left. Triple H almost beat him. In fact, Triple H had him beat. Undertaker managed to just get him in the Hell's Gate and managed to hold on just long enough. Triple H rendered him physically unable to walk out of the arena. He was completely beat down by Triple H. And if he's only has one or so more matches, like one match left in him, he needs to go and show that he can beat Triple H and that wasn't just a fluke and that he is the dominant phenom.
Mm.
That is the only thing I could think.
That's about the only way I could go.
And Triple H right now seems to be playing because he walked up to Undertaker, gave him like the pat on the shoulder, and walked out. So I think they're going with the Triple H has come to the understanding that he doesn't need to go for this anymore.
But he learned his lesson last year. He tried to take on the big dog. It didn't work.
And Undertaker is going to be the one who's going to try and get the match going.
Yeah.
Which I believe is where they're going to go with this is they need to do one of two things. At least one or both of two different things in this match to make people, I guess, really care about doing it again.
Yeah.
I think there either needs to be A, Triple H's career on the line.
Yeah.
Which, seeing as Undertaker challenged him, I don't really see happening.
Yeah.
If Taker challenged Undertaker, at the end I'd say Triple H probably going to put his career on the line, but...
Well, it's like HBK.
Yeah. And that brings me to the other thing. is I could see Undertaker trying to persuade Triple H to do this match. Triple H agrees under one condition, that he can choose who gets to referee the match, which would bring in Shawn Michaels to be the guest referee.
Yes.
That is the only other scenario I can see them going with this to make it really worth doing for a second year.
Yeah. I mean, Taker, Michaels, had a great match the first time. They brought it back for an even better match the second time. And now it looks like they're trying to try the same thing, but you needed something extra. And with the Michaels, it was the career. Now it's...
I think they're going to make it look like the way they're going to pull it is that Undertaker will be going into WrestleMania as the underdog, possibly for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Because he'll be going up against a man who he barely beat last time, a man who left him completely decimated, and the match is going to be refereed by Triple H's best friend and a guy who Undertaker ended his career.
Yeah. So, that's the only way I can see it working. So I'll be very interested to see where they go with it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If Michaels doesn't get involved, I think it... Because I can't see them putting H's career on the line if Undertaker's one making the challenge. If Michaels doesn't get involved, I'm inclined to say I think this match will kind of be a wash.
Yeah, they have to have something planned if they're trying this again. So, unless they're really going to try and have H just completely and utterly ignore it and try and go with some other angle. But right now, I have no idea where that would be. So
they still have 2 months until WrestleMania. Undertaker. That's a lot of time for Triple H to change his mind.
True.
So
yeah,
that was Raw.
That
Pretty much the
concludes
highlights
Raw,
of Raw. So, all right. Well, we're gonna try and keep these videos coming pretty regularly, being that it's the road to WrestleMania 28. There's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff going on. So this is the best time of the year to be a wrestling fan because everything's building up to WrestleMania.
And we get to go to the last pay-per-view before it.
I'm so excited. All right. Well, so until next time, which hopefully will be
In about a week.
in about a week or so, we will see you later. Ha ha!